Alright. Beautiful Wednesday afternoon. And we're gonna go fire up the Burma truck. Got a little bit of a cold, getting over it. Not the worst thing, but it's kind of stuck around for a bit. So it'll be nice to get past that. But we've got our drone here, we've got some charged batteries, we've got some room on the memory stick. So let's go fire this thing up. We are. We gotta clean up a few things here. But there's the Burma. We gotta fire it up and take it out here in a second. This thing is incredible. I don't know how tall those tires are, but they're huge. Direct drive PTO winch. I got the headlights working. Still got some sticks on it. I reinforced the seat and bolted that in better. I got all the panels in, battery, old Ford flathead 226, and it runs surprisingly well. I forgot what they call these tow forks. I took all 4 wheels apart and did the brakes. Front 2 cylinders I think are still bad. I'm gonna have to replace those, but I got the back ones replaced. I probably still need to bleed some air out of the lines. They're still squishy, but they're a lot better than having no brakes. I'll tell you that much. Headlights are working. Here, we might as well go ahead and fire her up. Just like that. was out in the daylight. I don't know if I found the exact year on the thing. I know they have general production dates. Ah, shoot, that tire's getting low. I need to put some air in that. But mid-40s, I think. Burma Military Jeep. Alright. We're finally moving. We had to get some air in the tire. We had to get the thing started and running. So we're going to make sure we don't do anything that could kill it up front here. get the drone up. but it puts out 180 foot-pounds of torque. And it is just the quietest, smoothest running engine that you could imagine. And it just starts easily. It runs great. Nice and cool. 130 degrees. Pretty cool. Alright, we're coming up on the upper lake. We're gonna need to secure this camera somewhere for the swamp. We are at the back nine. Get stuck. All right, this is the doozy. Stay to the right. After all the excitement, having the truck die a couple times while it has a dead battery, I think we're gonna head back to the shop now, and we're gonna tinker in the shop for the